All right, let's talk about something we all do now, probably every single day, talking to an AI. But what if I told you there's a secret language to it, a way to get past the okay-ish answers and get to the really great stuff? That's what we're going to break down today.
You know that feeling, right? You type something into your favorite AI, and the response is, meh. So you change a word, try again. A little better, maybe. But it still feels like you're just throwing things at a wall and hoping something sticks. It's this endless game of trial and error, just hoping you'll accidentally find the magic combination of words.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, isn't it? On one side, you ask a simple question, you get a simple, kind of boring answer. On the other, you give it a specific role, a specific task, and bam, you get this rich, detailed, expert response. The secret here isn't magic. It all comes down to structure.
So what if there was a system behind all of this? A kind of science to crafting the perfect prompt? Well, it turns out there is. There's a framework that can take you from just guessing to actually knowing why one prompt works and another one just fizzles out.
And that key, according to some really smart researchers, has a name: semiotics. Now, that sounds complicated, but stick with me. It's basically the study of signs and how we make meaning. And once you start seeing your prompts through this lens, it changes everything about how you talk to AI.
Okay, so let's get into the basic blueprint. First things first, we have to stop thinking of a prompt as just a command. It's not. It's really a sign, a whole package of meaning. And to understand this, we're going to need a little help from a philosopher named Charles Sanders Peirce.
This right here, this is the big mental shift we need to make. Your prompt isn't just data you feed into a machine. It's a complex sign that kicks off a whole process of interpretation, what Peirce actually called semiosis. Think of it as the opening line in a conversation about what you really mean. So, Peirce said every sign has three parts. Let's break it down. The first one is called the Representamen. Fancy word, right? But all it really means is the prompt itself. It's the physical stuff, the words you type, the code you write, or even the image you upload. It's the concrete thing the AI actually sees.
Okay, part two is the object. This is what your prompt is actually about. It's the concept, the idea, the goal that's in your head. It's the why behind the words. What are you actually trying to accomplish with this prompt?
And the third piece of the puzzle is the interpretant. Now, this is the AI's output, yeah, but it's so much more than that. It's the AI's interpretation of your prompt. It's the meaning that gets born from that little dance between the words you typed and the idea you had.
So there you have it. The basic blueprint is your words, your goal, and the AI's interpretation. But believe it or not, we can go even deeper. It turns out every single prompt you write is working on three different levels, three dimensions of meaning, all at the same time.
Whoa, okay. I know this table looks pretty academic, maybe a little intimidating, but don't worry, we're not going to get bogged down in jargon. Just focus on the three columns: presentive, representative, and interpretive. These are those three dimensions we were just talking about, and we're about to make them super clear with some real examples.
So let's just boil it down. Dimension one is about how the prompt presents itself. What's its vibe, its style. Dimension two is about how it represents the topic. Is it showing the AI an example, or is it just telling it what to do? And finally, dimension three is all about how it shapes the output. Are you asking for a single hard fact, or are you asking it to get creative and explore possibilities?
Let's look at that first dimension in action: presentation. Check out the prompt on the left. Words like feeling and dawn create a poetic, sensory vibe. That's what Peirce would call a qualisign. But the one on the right? Totally different. It's direct. It's scientific. It's asking for a list. See? Same topic, foggy forests, but the style of the prompt completely changes the kind of answer you're going to get.
All right, now for that second dimension, representation. This is basically showing versus telling. On the left, we're not just telling the AI to translate, we're showing it an example of what a good translation looks like. That's an icon. It works because it's similar to the desired output. On the right, we're just telling it. That's a symbol. The AI knows what the word translate means. And a lot of the time, showing is way more powerful.
And last but not least, the third dimension, interpretation. This is all about what you want the AI to do with the information. The prompt on the left, brainstorm ideas, is what's called a ream. It's an open door to a million possibilities. There's no single correct answer. But the prompt on the right is a dissent. It's a closed question. It's asking for one specific, checkable fact. So the big question for you is, are you trying to explore? Or are you trying to find an answer?
Okay, so we've established that even one little prompt is this super complex, layered thing. But let's be real. We almost never use just one prompt, right? The best results come from a conversation. So now, let's zoom out and look at the full picture. This is really the heart of it all. Prompting is not a one-and-done command. It's not like a vending machine where you put in a coin and get out a soda. It's a dialogue. It's a back and forth where you and the AI are partners, building and refining the meaning together, step by step.
In that dialogue looks like a loop, right? It starts with you have an idea, a goal. So you write your first prompt. The AI comes back with its interpretation. Now you look at that response and think, that's close, but not quite. So you use what it gave you to write an even better second prompt. The AI's answer becomes part of the conversation, building context. And you keep going around this loop, refining and clarifying, until you both land on an understanding that gets you exactly what you wanted in the first place.
Now, understanding this loop, it's a real game changer. This way of thinking isn't just about writing better prompts. It has some huge implications for how we see our entire relationship with AI.
If you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Meaning isn't something you just pull out of an AI like a book from a library. It's something you co-create together. You're not just a user pulling data. You're a partner in a creative process.
So what does this actually mean for you? Well, for one, prompting is a genuine skill, a new kind of literacy. Think of it as semiotic competence. It means you're shifting your whole mindset away from just getting information and toward building knowledge. Your conversation with an AI becomes a true dialogue. You're not just a passive user anymore. You are an active, essential participant in making new meaning.
And that leaves us with a pretty deep and fascinating question to chew on. In this new world where meaning is something we build together with a machine, in this constant back and forth, who's really the author? Is it you? Is it the AI? Or is it something new entirely? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.